Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our A New Beginning campaign in Factorio. So, what are we working on? We're working on, in this video, I expect what we're going to work on mostly is power. If we can increase our amount of available power from solar and from accumulators, then we can add some more smelting. And then that will allow us to have more iron, which will allow us to make more accumulators and solar panels. Because right now, you can see that we just do not have enough battery production, which is it's partially due to the fact that we don't have enough sulfur, which is kind of strange considering that we do have a lot of processing. Is it just that we need another sulfur plant? Nope, we have a complete lack of iron. Yeah. I should really stop robbing the production lines. What now, game? Okay, well, let's plant down whatever solar plants we can, and, let's see, how's this pattern go? I forget now. There we go. I need robots. I need flying robots. We really only have one accumulator? No, we have 50. Excellent. Actually, we probably have even more, don't we? Make more. Yay! Okay. Okay, so that's going to give us quite a bit of stored power. The thing is that we need to basically get to the point where we can generate during the day, probably about, at this point, 15 megawatts from solar. Right this second, I think it's the middle of the night, so this is not an accurate. 60 times 60 would be 3.6 megawatts, right? 60 times 6 times 6 is 36. Yeah, should be only 3.6 megawatts. We need way more solar plants to actually be able to shut off steam engines. And I do want to go in that direction. I want to shut off steam. Or at the very least, I want to move it so we can get some more processing. But, I did make a bunch of these, assembling, electric furnaces, so that's good. Ugh, I want to put it, like, here. Because all of the ore is on this side. Fine, whatever, we're gonna add some up here. It doesn't need to be all pretty. And I'm just going to use a one side in, one side out pipeline. In, out. What now? Why are you disturbing me? Aliens? Alright, so you need to go like this. And then I kind of like to have them line up. So both sides, both little yellow lines are on the same side. So we'll kind of flip them like this. That's wrong. That's totally wrong. But actually, it should be here. No, I guess I do want it like this. I don't even know what I'm doing. How do you play this game? Gotta get some new research started. What do you want to research? I think we should research, like, lasers. Even better lasers. There's a cool mod that I played one time that had sniper lasers. Oh, we don't need fast ones. How'd that happen? Yeah, okay, alright, so we just finished alien technology. Let's get, I don't know, let's start working our way towards robotics, flying robots. Alright, so that's ready to go. Why don't we go ahead and just bleed off some of the iron ore from one of these lines. Just to get something going over there. And we want to send that straight up the line. Goes up here. Oh, that just shut off a lot of stuff. Fairly important telephone or electric cable. It's still not actually connected. Wow. Alright, let's connect on there. Okay, so iron goes in, iron comes out. And we'll just have it come merge in down here. And some of these may have like, what's the term for it? Like they might not be very efficient with their loading and unloading. But I'm going to be okay with that. I'm just going to have lots of processing locations. Even if I just have to add another one here and another one there and whatever, that's fine with me. Just need more iron. I said I was going to work on power, and now I'm not working on power, am I? Okay, in this case, I think we can actually probably wrap around the iron. That, and then have another output loop. Oh my gosh, I'm on a transport belt. How does it happen? Okay, now I've got the hang of it. Now I know what I'm doing. Kinda. Grab some more transport belt. There should be plenty in the thing. And I've got all this stone in my inventory, which I'd really prefer to smelt. Here, grab me like some of those, and give me some of these. Why do I have all this stone? I don't know. It just seems to happen sometimes. Alright, so there's that. And now we actually would need more throughput to support both of these chains, which is fine. That's a good problem to have. Let's start by speeding up the corners to make sure that we're getting full efficiency on getting this stuff through. I think that since we're trying to load 2 belts from 1 belt, we should speed up this whole section. Here. That should give that full throughput. Or nearly full. We should also... Well, I mean, these lines are just getting so thick. We should just start upgrading most of them. Some fast splitters. No point in speeding this up because it's just going to be affected by that. There's no benefit to it. But I do think that might help, and that might help. Yeah, we can see it's starting to get loaded down a lot more now. Okay, let's also speed up you. Still not fully loaded down. But it's quite thick. Most likely more than enough to get through both sides. And now they're not having any issues unloading the iron. These aren't having any issues unloading the iron. This is not overloaded. This looks like it might be, though. Getting really close, so speed you up. I don't really want this here. Stop beeping at me, game. I'm just going to assume that those attacks aren't any real threat. And some of these initial splitters will need to be a little bit quicker. Right up until the point where we see it stop being too thick. Which is already, like, right here. I mean, it's fine. That splitter definitely needs to get sped up. There we go. Now we're getting stuff. Now we're making iron. Let's get some logistics or construction robots. Now this is backed up, but I don't think that that's permanent. I think that's just because this splitter was too slow, but we'll speed it up anyway. And the corners. Keep the compression. Alright, something's actually being blown up. Let's go through a few more laser turrets down there. Our accumulators are totally out of power. That didn't take them long. Jerks. My land. Get out of here. Alright, let's just go crazy and put a lot of lasers down here. We're starting to get enough raw material, like enough defenses that I can kind of go overboard on protection now. No more attacks from the south, darn it. And please tell me now that we've really increased iron production. If we look at production, we can see that I don't know, it looks like about halfway, so maybe we've doubled iron production, which means we've consequently doubled our coil production, because coil production was being limited by the lack of iron for circuit production. So these circuit things are probably going to fill up pretty darn quick. The question is, do I really want to have a huge buffer of circuits there? Look at that, we're actually running out of power. Did I disconnect some of my power? I may have. Available performance. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Performance none. Oh my gosh, I did. I messed up the power lines and these aren't even connected to the system. Still, we're up to 14 megawatts with all of these electric furnaces, so it's time to go get some more solar plants. Because I don't want to go back to using more steam. Got tons of circuitry. What we need is steel. I've got a private storage of steel here. I need to get rid of all this stone. Okay, so we've got some steel. Get some more solar panels manually made. And how many are in there? Got 19, 20 more accumulators now, 11 more solar panels down there. Got our construction robots. Let's get the logistics robots. Okay. Yet another attack. It's just a wall being damaged. I guess the lasers have been fast enough to deal with it. I'm not really sure why I have all these smart inserters. I don't need that many. Smart inserter production seems to have stopped, so science is going to be an issue for a while. Here. Although we do have a good backlog of blue. Why are we not getting any of those? Not enough circuitry. Why is there not enough circuitry? Oh, it's copper. Well, iron is certainly not the issue anymore. Now it's a copper shortage. Great. One problem to the next. Seems that we had a little bit of a copper deficit to begin with, and then when I finally did upgrade the iron production, then suddenly we just didn't have enough iron through, or enough. The iron, not talk. The copper backlog got consumed. And it's actually a copper smelting problem. I never did upgrade most of the copper smelters to steel. Well, I don't really see space to add copper smelting. I mean, we could do some. Let's just do some with electric. Well, electric's going to cause even more problem issues. More problem problems. So we'll have to make some steam, or some steel ones. Okay, well, we're starting to make some progress. It's one of those things where you eventually reach that critical mass where all of a sudden, oh, power's not an issue anymore. And that's not going to come for us for a little while. We're done with night. That's where we reconnected the steam engines. Half of this track is backlogged. I don't like that. Means we need a load balancer. Alright. Automated construction, sure. Anything that's just red and green is fine. Why don't we put a limit on circuit production here? So that some of the copper can be used for this one, which will make us more science. That's my personal supply, which I never really access. Seems kind of silly in hindsight, making something that was specifically for me to use, and I never really use it. Only 2 lasers. No steel. Oh, I see the problem. So because this one's a fast inserter, it steals all the steel. It's actually kind of funny. Oh, let's slow it down. Should be a little bit more balanced now. I need to upgrade that copper. Alright, we got our steel furnaces. Let's just go. That'll be the easiest way to do it. Oh my gosh, we're actually charging. No, we're not. Didn't take long. Okay, so that'll help. We have more than enough copper ore. It's not a supply issue, it's a smelting issue. Let's confirm that. Let's get these things to have faster merge points so that they don't have any kind of a compression issue. Now I have 2 lines for the same amount of iron smelting, so I'm guessing that this is going to end up producing more copper than this one line can carry. So we'll have to do the same thing. I think having double layer transport belt looks nicer, too, in my opinion. Nice thick flows of copper. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to take a break here, but we've done a lot with smelting. It looks to me like we may have actually burnt through a iron ore backlog that we may have had. Part of the belt is not being used. We're seeing one side get favored, which means that this is not getting the supply that it used to. Well, whichever part of you can handle the load, just take the load. I don't really care. Just take the load. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is actually go under. If we can try to get this balanced out a little bit better. It is coming through thicker now. Logistic system. Alright, there we go. Now it is a full load of iron going to the north. Alright, cool. Alright, I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.